Hello and welcome to this episode of 101 Sports. I'm Matt Holzapfel.
And I'm Andrew. Breaking news, Tiger Woods is back, and that is exactly where we're going to begin with the quick hitters. The golfing world can now rejoice after Tiger Woods donned the red polo and captured the 2018 PGA Tour Championship. This win was his first since 2013. Matt, over the last few months, Tiger's looked better, and now he wins the PGA Championship. Does he have a shot of getting 1 to 8 more major wins?
Absolutely. I don't know about 8, but you look at where he is. He's 42, right? He's currently 4 major wins behind Jack Nicklaus's record. And Jack Nicklaus retired long after he was 42, so Tiger Woods has a lot of time to catch up to him. And I don't think I think he's playing the best golf since he returned from, obviously, his problems.
Yeah, I was going to say, he still has time to make a splash. He's had close calls this year, especially with the PGA Championship in August. And he's 13th on the tour right now as well. And he's had a slew of top 10 finishes. But my concern with this is that with him is that then sometimes he just falls apart. I mean, we've seen him finish 25th, 24th, outside of the top 10 and outside of the top 20. And while he's ranked in the top 20 in the entire world right now, that's my only reservation about it, you know?
I just liked how we saw him creep up and up. He went over 1,800 days without a major when he got closer and closer and closer till he won this by 2 strokes over Billy Horschel. And you saw the crowd following him at the Tour Championship. It was epic. It was amazing. I think Tiger's back, and that's great for the sport of golf, I think.
Absolutely.
Sticking with epic returns, the UFC recently announced that Jon Jones has been reinstated following suspension for drug violations by the USADA. Jones currently owns a 23-1 record and is one of the biggest names in the UFC. Andrew, his return is not official till October 25th, but let's look ahead. Who would you like to see him face first?
The man he faced last in 2017, Daniel Cormier. Now he's both a light heavyweight and heavyweight champion. And I know Cormier called out Brock Lesnar, but so did Jon Jones. And now you have Brock Lesnar coming into the mix in 2019 after he passes the USADA test pool. But I think this should be his first clean fight back against the man he beat in July of 2017.
My problem with that is that, and DC, Daniel Cormier has said this, he doesn't deserve a championship fight right out of the gate. He should face Alexander Gustafsson first.
Why?
They've been beefing. They fought back in 2013. It was one of the best fights in UFC history. Gustafsson
but that was also 5 years ago.
Twitter. He called him out on Twitter. Jones. And you can't come back from a suspension like that and have a championship fight right off the bat. It just doesn't work like that.
You know who could be another great option, though?
Who?
Brock Lesnar.
Of course,
you could see him move up to the heavyweights there. And who's to say that Jon Jones can't get a heavyweight title or a title shot right away? If Lesnar's going to come back after a couple of years, last time we saw him was in 2016. So why shouldn't Jon Jones, you know? But, you know, it could come into a situation where we see Jon Jones move up into the heavyweight division or stay in the light heavyweight. Either way, I think it should be Daniel Cormier because the decision was reversed after he got suspended. I think it's the best option for a big money fight.
Facing for a championship in his first match back. We have his matchup with Gustafsson has all the makings of a big match. They've called him up, sells out on Twitter. Neither one of them has an opponent. They're both unbooked. They're ready to face each other right now, I think.
Exactly. A lot of options for Jon Jones once he returns.
That's for sure. Exciting to see him back, too.
In the fighting world, Floyd Money Mayweather and Manny Pac-Man Pacquiao look to be headed for a rematch. As of right now, the 2 target dates are December 1st or December 8th in Las Vegas. Matt, after the last fight, is there even an interest in this matchup?
Absolutely, because here's why. Floyd Mayweather is 50-0. He was 47-0 when he fought Pacquiao the first time. That's one. 2, Manny Pacquiao is still one of the greatest boxers of all time. He's an 8-division world champion. And in the first fight, and with the entire 12 rounds, there was a decision that gave Mayweather the victory. After the match, people complained that Mayweather ducked and dodged too much.
And that's exactly why I don't want to see it, because the last one was a snooze fest. I don't know why Mayweather wants this fight for anything other than the money. Manny Pacquiao's 39 years old. He's obviously on the, end of his career, if that. Mayweather's already retired after that fight with McGregor last year, but I just don't see what the draw in it is for the boxing fans
I'll say this, I would like to see Mayweather fight McGregor again as opposed to fighting Pacquiao, but you just think these are 2 experts in the sport. You know they're going to bring the spirit. They're going to bring a lot of viewers into this match, and I think there's no reason why they shouldn't fight. It may be Pacquiao or Mayweather's final fight, and
I think it puts butts in seats and it's all about money, that's all the factor is going to be.
And you know they're going to be a high-level fight because there's 2 pros who've been at it a long time.
I mean, the bar.
They know each other. It's going to be a good fight.
I was going to say the bar can be set a lot higher than their last fight, so hopefully a lot less sleeping, a lot more fighting.
Only way they can go is up. Yeah.
Exactly.
On Sunday, the Browns announced that rookie quarterback Baker Mayfield will be their starter for their Week 4 matchup against the Oakland Raiders. And the Browns, well, are the Browns. Are they pushing Baker into too much, and is it too soon to give up on Tyrod Taylor?
I don't think it's too soon to give up on Tyrod. He's fine, but he's consistent, and we don't know if Baker is as a starter.
Consistent?
But one game is a small sample size for Baker. Tyrod, you have at least 3 seasons to go off of. I mean, the numbers speak for themselves against the Jets. 73.9% completion percentage, 201 yards. But I don't hate this, but I think Cleveland is overreacting to how well Baker did.
The most important thing about this is not Baker's stats. It's not the lack of touchdowns, although he did catch the one. It's that he won.
I know,
and
that's where I think the overreaction is.
He won the game, and he won the hearts of Cleveland fans because they were 18 straight games without a win. Look at Taylor's stats. He was 41 for 84, less than 50%. Only 860 yards, 2 touchdowns, 2 picks. He fumbled more times than he scored.
You didn't even give Tyrod a chance until after the preseason to bench the guy, let alone 2 games. Granted, he got hurt.
Very much a Ryan Fitzpatrick situation. You play somebody until someone else does better. And I think Tyrod would still be playing if he didn't get hurt. Baker came in, he won. It's all about wins in Cleveland.
Oakland's also a much easier target for Baker, so he could see him padding his stats there.
Their upcoming schedule is not that hard. It's Oakland, Baltimore, San Diego, or LA, and then the Buccaneers. I think it's a good chance to give Baker some run. And you know what? Worst case scenario, you have that reliable veteran to fall back on if he doesn't work out.
Yeah, if anything, Baker will figure it out, hopefully, and we'll see if he can keep the Bud Light fridges rolling in Cleveland.
Cleveland, they're in the right spot. I think Baker's a quarterback of their future for sure.
Absolutely.
Well, that is all the time we have for the Quick Hitters.
But don't worry. When we come back, I'll be joined at the desk for some panic or no panic surrounding the NFL. Stay tuned.